Hey, John Force is a legend at any racetrack, not just in the NHRA. Last weekend, he, his daughter Courtney, and son-in-law Robert Height took it to the Sprint Cup race in Las Vegas. The king of racing met up with the king of stock.
I was on stage with your boy this morning, with Kyle, on Speed.
Oh,
so,
man.
me and Robert had a show with him. Boy, he's a talker,
With John Force at the top end of the racetrack. That looked like it was a great, interesting weekend last week in Las Vegas, hanging out with the King, Richard Petty, Jimmie Johnson, etc. What was it like?
Oh, it was really pretty awesome. Heck, even Paris Hilton showed up. But at the end of the day, I understand why them NASCAR guys, they all got jets now. It's starting to make sense. Not that I can afford one, but when you're traveling that much, now we're going from the NHRA races and we're going over to the NASCAR races. And the whole reason for the John Force Roadshow, and I don't even have it done yet, my other trailer's still coming from Featherlight, is to educate the fans on what we do at drag racing. And we go over there, we push them to go to the April 1st, 2nd, 3rd race at Vegas. That helps Bruden Smith. And then we push them. We're going to the Fontana NASCAR race next week, for Auto Club. So it's an education on the road of not just the race cars of today, but, my driver of the year car, my Superman car, all the cars I've ever driven. We're trying to get them out there for the folks to see. But they can go to the kiosks, they can sign up, and they can learn about where the next drag race is, where the next, NHRA races, maybe even IndyCar. We're trying to get to Super Bowl, state fairs, mall theaters, and, oh, geez, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I ought to come here and focus on racing. Neff's outrun me every round here.
The guy never stops. Interesting story about that weekend, Paul. Jimmie Johnson wanted to know, why does John Force have his name so big on the bus? Richard Petty jumped in and said it's either because he's got a huge ego or he can't remember where he parked the bus.
Richard Petty certainly has a way of making a point.